Hello, this is Wishingwell and welcome back to a new video. This is going to be a little series of videos on how to use this guy. Now, it is not the video that you think it is. Like, there's thousands of videos on how to use this guy, but is there actually any when it involves with dispensers and fireworks? Not sure. Haven't really looked into it, but I thought I'll make one of my own. So the idea of this video is to give you the basic knowledge that you require to set up your own fireworks display. And I'm encouraging everybody who sees this video to make your fireworks display and definitely post it on Twitter and show me, and I want to see what you guys have been making. I think it's going to be a fun little adventure that we all can go on together, and I'm going to have all the information for you so you'll be able to know how far your flight duration rockets go from 1, 2, and 3, how far you need to have these little guys. Obviously, this is going to be in a creative server or a creative world, mind you, but you can actually do this in survival. I'll show you probably some tips later on about that, but mainly, the best way to learn something is to get into creative and just have a go. Put things down, work it out, and then go into your actual survival worlds and then create it that way. Gives you a little bit of an upbringing, and then you can make them all the mistakes that you want, and it doesn't really matter. First off, I'm going to put down a few examples of duration 1, 2, and 3 rockets and show you how far they can actually fly, and a few signposts so you can actually see the duration, or more so the actual distance of blocks that they go in. I'm just going to go set that up and I'll be back in a minute. I've put together a little example and let me show you. So here we have our flight duration 1 rockets, literally just flight duration 1, and they fly over here to just some small flight duration 1 fireworks. It's about 16 blocks that this rocket can be detected. The skulk sensor is an 8-block radius around the actual sensor. So I've actually done 8 blocks here so that this test on this side won't affect these ones here. Let me show you. Rocket goes out and shoots it up. There you go. Pretty cool. That's probably one of the easiest ones. Okay, we'll turn that off. And this here is flight duration 2 with the same sort of setup, but a little bit different. We've got a 9-block here. So it's just on the outside of the 8, which is detected by these little guys. And there's a 9 gap here and another 9 gap here. And I'll give you an idea on how far flight duration 2 can go. Let's turn this on. It hits the first one. Okay, as you may have noticed, doesn't always get to the last one. But in the first time that it went off, it actually did. And sometimes it actually hits this one, and sometimes it doesn't. Rockets, unfortunately, they're not consistent, which makes it a little hard, but there you go, it just went off again. So what you can do for something a little bit random, you can set up the flight duration 2 rockets with intervals of 9 in between. And then sometimes this will go off, this one will always go off, and sometimes this will go off depending on how far, because that's like 27 blocks. That's 16, 18, and that's 9. So that just gives you an idea on the distances you can go with flight duration 2. If we go over here to flight duration 3, we have a similar effect. But the first one won't activate, but the last 2 will. But that one didn't activate as well. So it's a very hit and miss with the system. But the rockets definitely, this one will definitely go off with flight duration 3. This one will go off half the time. make sure we're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So there's 9 blocks apart. So this one isn't actually affecting that one. But this one here is not actually activating at all. Give you an idea. And that's how tall a duration 3 fireworks goes from the ground. And we'll just turn them all on so you can have a look. And this is the sort of effect that you can get. You get like a staircase sort of effect. Goes up on an angle. And as you can see, the rockets, when they go up different block levels as well. So you actually have a lot of randomness in the fireworks itself, which can make a very cool display. Let me turn this off. So that's basically the distances that you need to set up your fireworks display. Pretty easy. I'll just run through them quickly again, just so you can remember them. You've got flight duration 1, 16 blocks will actually set it off. Flight duration 2, sometimes 9, but you're definitely going to hit on 18 and sometimes on 27. So depending on how you're doing the display and what sort of randomness that you want off. So if I was going to do a display with a flight duration 2, the 18 would be my major color. These one would be the secondary color. So that they would hit occasionally, but this one would hit all the time. And it's the same with this one as well. So you have your flight duration 3. So this one here is 9, which doesn't hit at all. Then you've got your 18, and then you've got your 27 as well. So that's pretty much flight duration 3. So yeah, that's the end of episode 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a little snippet on what will be coming up. I'll be putting together a little fireworks display so you can actually see this in motion and how it works. I'll show you in the next episode some different types of ways of setting up the dispensers. And in later episodes, they'll be on using flying machines like I did in my 4th of July fireworks display, on how you can use flying machines to actually activate the skulk sensors. And I'll be bringing in my rocket that I used in the display and showing you how that works and how it can actually set off fireworks. Okay, thank you very much for watching. This has been Wishingwell, and have a good day.